Y'all family at this time, may the peace of y'all come upon you when you learn to obey him, brothers and sisters at this time. This is a very important video I had to do at this time. This part 7, the white man is not Esau, and this is the conclusion, brothers and sisters. At least I hope it is, if my video don't cut me off. I'm going to show you, without doubt, brothers and sisters, through the scriptures, through different translations. Then in the final translation, you can see so plainly if they would have worded it right. See, it's all about the way they word things. If they would have kept it like the way it was, everybody would have known that the scriptures, when it was talking about Esau, when he was born, it never was talking about his skin complexion. Not at all. When it was mentioned the word Adamah, reddish. You can see plainly that was talking about his head. So when you go and look at this meaning, you probably see the word in there. You're going to see it in it. But let me cover this part right here before I get into the Strongs and show you exactly what I mean. So this is what they say right here. In this particular translation, they talk about the book of Obadiah, and they give you some information concerning Esau. They say right here, I'm trying to let my focus focus in so you can see it real plainly, like I can see it. So give me a moment, brothers and sisters. I'm going to bring it over to the light so you can see it a little bit better. Right here. Add some more light into it so you can see it. See right there, it said the history of Edom began with Esau, who was given the name Edom red. See, red because of the red stew for which he traded his birthright. So now you see right here in this particular verse right here, they show you in this they just give a briefing why Esau was given the name Edom because of the red stew. So we got that right there. And before I go back into the scripture in the same particular translation, I want to cover this. Because we're going to look at, in all the translations, we're going to look at and we're going to examine Genesis chapter 25:5. Because a lot of people, depends on the translation you have, to falsely apply a complexion to Esau. And it went wild from there, brothers and sisters. White, red, pale, whatever. But it never was talking about his skin. It was always talking about his head. So let's cover right here some meanings. We're going to look at in the Strongs. And we're going to start this already at 123 right here. Edom. See right here where it say Edom. I'm waiting for the focus in. See it say Edom right there. Get the number. Edom. It say Edom refers to a person in its ancestral territory southeast. So it's showing the location southeast of this Dead Sea. They got red. Remember why they applied this term Edom? Because of the red stew. They got red. So they're taking the territory of this one. Southeast of the Dead Sea right here. See right here, the Dead Sea, this is a monument, the red Dead Sea. That were Ammon. There here we have Moab, and then here it would be the territory dropped from down here. Edom, right here, which is the monitor Saudi Arabia. Right here we got the Red Sea. Right there, that gives you an indication right there, the territory, the red. So we're dealing with the word red. Red can apply to many things, as we can see right here. We're going to cover this. Because when you go to 25:25, they give you under the word red, they lead you right here. Let me get my hand on the mark right here. 30, they give you this number 30. Let me get it, give me a moment. It'll be 30. I lost my mark. Give me a moment. I read there at 30. I want to make sure I got the right one. 30. I'm going to go to the translation real quick and get the right number. They will give you 30 anyway. They would give you 30. I had it. Give me a moment. I'm located. I don't want to spend a lot of time with it. When it's talking about skin complexion. When it's say something about a skin. I'm going to go right down the list anyway. And we're going to find it. So we have here. I covered right here 123. We got right here. We got see red Atma. They talking about Atma. They talking about red. Then they got Earth. They got Adamah right here. But this is not what I'm talking about right here. They got 128. We're gonna go down, brothers and sisters. Right here, this one, 132. 132, this way, cover 125, no, 25 of Genesis. Chapter 25, and this the number they give you of the red, Adoni. Red, Rudy, and they got skin, they got Rudy, and red. A lot of people look at this word skin right here. This wasn't talking about Esau skin color. They just got the word skin. And they got the word Rudy, red. See, they got parentheses, skin. You get that, brother, sister, right there. Under this word here, 132 at need, which in reference to red. Also, it could be it's talking about Rudy. It's talking about the skin. But now we're gonna examine the scriptures. Because through the scripture, you're going to see plainly, brothers and sisters. When talking about Esau, the first scripture I'm going to cover is this one from, called the scriptures. We're going to examine 25. I kind of got off my point a little bit when I couldn't find 132. But right here, I recovered. It said the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. See, they said, if they was talking about a skin, why would they come and say, out of that, like a hairy garment? They wouldn't have to use the word hairy. What hairy got to do with red? It'll just say come out like a red garment, not hairy. But say the first came out red like a hairy garment. So they call him Esau. So keep that in mind. So that's in this particular scripture right here. I got that one out the way. So let me cover this one right here. This is another scripture right here. I don't remember this particular name right here, this scripture, but we're going to go to 25. The majority of them say the same thing. Some will give you markers, footnotes. So like this right here say, right here. Now the first came forth red all over like a hairy garment. It's basically the same thing. And they name him Esau. And then they give a footnote here, 27:11. So if we look at 27:11 in reference to red dead about the red all over, 27:11 they give right here. Yaakov answered his mother Rebekah, behold, Esau, my brother, is hairy man. See, and I am a smooth man. See the reference they give me to a hairy man. So they leading you somewhere. They're putting something in your mind. This red they was talking about, you can see it real clear if they would have put it all right. So we're going to go back at this translation right here and read it from this one. It said, the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. And then they give you the number again, 27:11. They give you verse 34. As you go to 34, it don't say much in 34, but I'll just read it anyway, because they got it there. 34 right here say, then Yaakov gave Esau bread, pottage, and lentil. And he did eat and drink. And that's all I say right there about that. I don't want to get into all of that. Basically talking about he gave it his birthright. But right here they tell you, look at right, from 27:11 to look at verse 6, 11, 16, and 23. So we will go back to 27 of Genesis right here. We got 11 right here. It talk about a hairy man, and I am smooth. Jacob is a smooth man. I forgot. Let me go back real quick and get the number. 16 verse and the 23rd verse. And she put the skin of the kids of the goat upon his hands and upon his smooth of his neck. See, make him look like the parents and feel Esau hurry all over. See right here, it said 23. And he discerned him not because his hands were hairy as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him. So keep that in mind. So right here, I don't have to make this video too long and go into all the scripture about is Esau white or red. Because it never was talking about skin. It was always talking about his head. Right here, if they would have left it like this and quoted it the way it was in the original, nobody would have never got all the two Esau, a white man or a red man, when it was always talking about he was red all over top of his head. You can plainly see it right here. 25 in this particular translation right here called the Living Bible Paraphrase. They knew what it was. And they put it back there like it was. It remained, everybody would have known. And now Esau had nothing to do with a European looking type man or a albino looking type man or a leprosy type of man. It was always talking about his hair. So right here, not the complexion of his skin. You can never find that nowhere in the scripture. 25 right here. First was born so covered with reddish hair. That was the reddish looking hair. I got a son that is born. My last son he got reddish looking hair. He said the first was born so covered with reddish hair. See? That one would think he was was wearing a fur coat. See? So they call him Esau. See, they got a D right here, and that D give you a reference right here, which sound a little like the Hebrew word for hair. You see that? See, it's right there, brothers and sisters. It's plain right there. If you had this particular scripture, you would know it never was talking about a skin complexion of Esau that was different from his brother. It was the time about this one came out hairy all over, and the other one came out smooth. See, and because of the errors in the translation, and then when people go to the strong concordance, they see the word red and they see skin, but they don't see the word head. That was to give you a reference point up to, okay, red and could be skin. And like some different places you'll see it when they talk about red, they're talking about, like here, it's talking, if I can find it real quick. And some of the meaning they take right here, red, but then they start talking about the red soil. See that right here, they're talking about here. They're talking about Adam. Right here. Let me get it focused. They say red. Then see how I got red. In parentheses, they got earth or ruddy skin color. See when they a person could be Adam. It could talk about the earth. It could talk about a skin color. It don't necessarily have to be talking about Esau. It just that's this name is given that is in reference to the earth, a skin tone, a hair color. And this they named on Esau because of his hair. He came out reddish hair all over. He had much hair on him. He was covered with reddish hair. So they called him Esau because of his hair, brothers and sisters. I'll show you that. And how when you look at these terms, see, you can get a term and be called apply to something. That don't got nothing to do with your skin color. See, the mistake was when they put in the translation, they just put he came out red. But what was red? So automatic person going to assume that its skin is red because when they go right here, they see this. And 132, this is a reference now they give. That let me get a focus. Let me just get a focus. My focus not dead. I don't have to make this video too long, but I do want to cover a couple of scriptures to finalize this. It's a red, ruddy, skin. See, they look at right there. Automatic jump to skin. Y'all see, right there when you find, you can go ahead and talk about the skin. No, it was not talking about the skin, brothers and sisters. It was always talking about his head. That's what the stimulating factor, when they saw this baby and they looked at this baby, was hurried. One was smooth and one was hairy. Had reddish hair. Covered all over him. His neck. You ever look at babies and you can see babies got hair on their legs and more hair than the other babies? This one came out very hairy. That's why they said, let me read it again. Right here. They said this baby in Genesis 25 came out like this. The first was born. Let me get it for. The first was born so covered with reddish hair that one would think he was weary of a fur coat. That's why when you find in the scripture like this, see, they would put it right. They knew what it was, but that's the way they went to translate, and then everybody else went wild with it. Describing Esau. Right here, see, most translators got it like this. First came out red all over, see? Like a hairy garment. See how they got a hairy garment? Why would you say like, nobody describes a skin tone like a hairy garment, like hairy. Why you would mix it like a hairy? Or like when you talk about sheep, you talk about woolly hair. See? You're not talking about, okay, it's skin complexion. If you're going to mention the word woolly, so when they said, when you meant the hairy, they were in a reference to his hair. Keep that in mind. They left something out there that was so important. But that particular translator knew it was talking about head. That was about to choke. He came out hairy, brothers and sisters. See, one word left out could change everything, and somebody else could run with it and add to it. See? Then a whole big argument starts on something. Misidentifying the group of people. See, right? And let me see right here. The first was born so covered with reddish hair that one would think that he was wearing a fur coat. That's how they have it read there, see? It's plain and simple, brothers. Esau is not white. He's not red. A lot of people come out, but all my children came out a reddish looking skin. Because the complexion of their skin. Then some of them get more, then the brownish start coming in. A lot of babies coming out there. Look at the bottom of your feet. A lot of people could be dark and have reddish, real light feet, brothers and sisters. See, so people come with all these pictures. All that is false, brothers and sisters. We all got to come to the reality of the fact. It's right there in the scripture all the time. Nowhere you can see mentioned in the scripture that Esau was a red-skinned person, a pale-looking person. Nowhere, but that's what been spread by us. But now we got to change the falsehood. Because it's all been a lie. It was talking about his reddish hair, brothers and sisters. So let me find my scripture. Let me finish this off real quick. I got a little bit more to go while I got a little bit of time. I want to go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 1 and 2, and 14 and 15. If I got enough time. If my video cut me off, brothers and sisters, read them things because I'm ending with 7, which is a nice number to complete and rest and put this falsehood to rest. I think I just did. I know I did. But somebody gonna come by and lie and want to be a deceiver and want to falsify something, blaspheme. You committing a blaspheme when you call somebody else, brothers and sisters, but not themselves. Esau, I don't know his complaint. He could have been just a darker ass. He could have been darker. He could have been darker than Yaakov. His hair just came out reddish, and he came out hairy all over. And that's why even his mother fixed up Yaakov to play like he was Esau, so he could get the blessing. Brothers and sisters, it was dealing with the hair all the time. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters, as I'm going to close out with chapter 13, may the peace of God come upon you when you learn to obey him. And once you see these things, you need to change, brothers and sisters. Don't hold fast to the truth or you're going to be found a liar. And you might get yourself kicked out of the kingdom for lying. Right here, chapter 13, 1. It says, at that time, the fountain will be open to the people of Yashael Yah and Yashalom, for a fountain to cleanse them from all their sins of uncleanness. See, when we do all the things we got to do, when we enter back into that land, and have total control over it. And Yah of hosts declares, in that day I will get rid of every vestige of idol worship throughout the land. So that even the names of the idols will be forgotten. You see that? All false prophets and fortune tellers will be wiped out. 14, verse 14 and 15. Let me get there. That was 14, not at 13, because there's no 14 and 15 right there. I had that for 14. That's 14, 15. Chapter 14, verse 15. Let me see what that say. Right here it says, all Yah will be fighting at Yashalom. The wealth of all the neighboring nations will be confiscated. Great quantities of gold and silver and fine clothing. The same plague will strike the horses, mules, camels, and donkeys, and all the other animals in the enemy camp. See? Showing that what we're going to take, they're going to take their gold, their silver, and fine clothes. After that, brothers and sisters, what are they going to take what Abiyah told them to take? I just want to show you something else. I'm going to close out with this once I get to. Give me a moment. Let me see, make sure it's not in this particular translation. I'm going to go back to Obadiah. I want to show you something real quick. That is very important so you can know this. If I'm there with you or not. So somebody got to carry this out if I'm not there. Y'all willing that I'll be with y'all when this time take place. So I got to show you this. So give me a moment. Let me get there. Well, I got a little bit of time left. Hopefully I got time to do this. My video cut it off. I can't show you. So it's not meant for me to show you right now. But if I get to show you, then it's meant for you to know. That's how I'm going to leave it. So let me get it right here. Give me a moment. Let me locate it right here. Because it's something very important that you must know. I want to show you something right here that is very important. Right here. See right here? It said the restoration. Right, and I've been mentioning it. Now I'm in the conclusion of this, I can go back to my video dealing with the restoration of the Torah Yah. I couldn't wait to get back to that. But I had to get this. I didn't realize how important this video was going to be. And I didn't know it was going to turn into a series of videos, but it did. That is important to establish something so we can know what we got to do. Because right here it said restoration of Yashael Yah. The closing verses, it's talking of the book of Obadiah. It said the closing verses give hopes. See, the expectation to Barad's people that they will possess not only their own land, but also Edom, see, and the Philistia. See, the God strip where the Philistine dwell, and also the land. So two distinct. See, I showed you in my last video that Idumea, that they try to say in AD 70 where Edom was in Philistia. See, they made a flip-flop, but they wasn't there. Edom dwells in Saudi Arabia by the Red Sea. See, they even carry that name as a reminder. See, all of it showing you their location. Red Sea. I want you putting it all together. Idumea. Right here, see, Edom, that's how they got the name because it's still, remember, Red Edom, Idumea, Edom, right there, brothers and sisters. But right here, see, We're going to possess their land. We're going to possess their land. And Obadiah, the prophet, showed you. When we get home, the judgment. See, when we get home and we get our land, the judgment going to be made to go and to possess Edom. I don't want to tell you all of this, brothers, because so much we got to do. There's so much you need to know. We got really no time to really play, brothers. It's no time to play. We dying while you playing. Y'all, a lot of y'all act like y'all don't want to be in the kingdom of Yah. Y'all want to pass off. If you pass it off to your children, you're going to die. Remember what the Father did to our ancestors in the wilderness. It took them 38 years to get rid of all those older ones that rebelled against Yah, that came with the false report. Allow the young to rise up and go into that land and take that land, brothers and sisters. But all the ones, so for Caleb and Yahshua were the only two ones that was allowed to go in there as the Zaquins of our nation, along with all the other young ones, because of their sins against Yah, their disobedience to Yah, their rejecting of Yah. That's what you're doing. When you reject the words of Yah from the prophets and from the message of Yah in the last days, brothers and sisters, before the end time come of captivity, you will not go in. If you don't ride it now, each and every one of you older ones is subject not to go in there but die in captivity. With that, you meditate on these things. Because I didn't come to play with you. I came to do the will of Yah, brothers, because it's not a playful situation when you're watching our nation dying. Yah said in Isaiah 120, you would die by your enemies if you don't obey Yah, brothers and sisters. Yah don't lie. He said, my people perish because of lack of knowledge, not knowing me, not obeying his law, his Torah, his prophets. That's how you don't know Yah, when you don't obey him. When you don't take time to listen. You think you call yourself elders. You think you're wiser than Yah. You think you sit in Yah council. You think you could give Yah advice. You can't give Yah no advice when he gave his word through the prophets. You reject Yah when Yah said, this is the way we must do it. This is the way we must carry it out. Yah tell you we got to go in there and take it. You would lie and tell somebody else and fight against the words of Yah and say, no, it's going to be given to us. We could go in there and wait. We could go in there and wait by the Greeks and Esau and the Philistines. We could go in there and wait and be pacified by them, be second-class citizens like Ben Amin did, but he dead now. Y'all can get rid of all of you ones that call yourself elders. And the ones that say you worship El. He's going to destroy you. Because when you say El, you're still talking about idolatry worship. He's going to destroy you out of the face of this earth. He said all the rebels are going to die. And he only going to take a choice back in that land, brothers. He's not going to play with you. Yah and Yasha Yel Yah. He's going to destroy you. And I come in love to you. I come with the words of Yah to you. I don't sugarcoat nothing to you. I tell you like it is. Because I depend on the words of Yah. Because I know only Yah and obeying Yah going to deliver us. And I mean obeying Yah to the T. Every word is safe. You got to trust him. And he left his word through the prophets. Not no made up prophet. People got organization and making themselves prophets. But you prophesy a lie. Because you reject the words that Abiyah gave the prophet that came before us, that bared his name and testified the words of Yah. And many of our own nation try to kill them, and they kill some that bear the records of Yah concerning our time and what's going to take place in our present time and what's going to take place in our latter time. Only the prophets of Yah tell you what we got to do and what land we going to possess before we ever possess them, brothers and sisters. Only the prophets. I understand this because the words of Yah is true and sure. And not one of his word going to turn back void, brothers and sisters. And he said the rebels going to die in the wilderness. The rebels going to die wherever you run to and hide and scatter. See, a lot of you is hiding in captivity. But he said the enemy going to find you and destroy you and separate you. Because you don't stand for Yah. None of you stand in Abiyah council. I didn't stand in Abiyah council. I can't get Abiyah no advice when he tell you what we're going to do, brothers and sisters. And I showed you who is Esau and who Esau not. And it was never in the scripture talking about the complexion of his skin. And any one of you speak against the words of Yah, you're going to be condemned. I'm telling you, brothers. You're going to condemn your own self to death. That if you stand up for these lies that is not true and promote them. You don't need to attack nobody in the wrong way, brothers and sisters. Their own sins is going to condemn them and destroy them. So stand up and obey Yah. I see our sisters dying out here by the hands of the enemy, the European man. And none of the brothers know what to do. Not many, only a few. Because the rest is hiding and confused and lying and chasing falsehood and content in falsehood. But they not got the rally to come together as a nation. But they always talk about nation, building a nation, or bringing back Israel. The restoration, everybody got a restoration plan. With Abiyah got one plan. He said, by his branch of Dawid, gonna rally his people, brothers and sisters. Not everyone. The orders can't come out from 1,000 different men with 1,000 different names. We got to rally to one and get on one sync, in one page with Yah, and learn to obey him and submit to his will. You fighting in confusion and the enemy is killing you and destroying you. I see this among my nation that I'm in, the nation of Yah, and it shouldn't be that way. But so many of you not humble, brothers and sisters, and submitting to the will of Yah. I see that. So get yourself together, brothers and sisters, and rally with me. The one that bear the name of Yah. The one that lift up the banner of Yah. And soon we'll be lifting up the flag of Yah. So with that, I say Todah Yah.